Hello, everyone. Welcome to the First Place podcast. This is Allie here. I'm so excited to finally be doing this podcast. I've wanted to for a long time. So I hope you enjoy. I think this podcast will be a lot of just random interests, and I'd like to get some of my friends on here. Yeah. And I thought, why not? Why not give it a try? I got this fun little pink microphone and I'm going to give it a go. So here we go. Today is February 16th that I'm recording this. So previously this week, it was Valentine's Day. So I thought I'd do a little, it got me wondering where the hell Valentine's Day came from. Because I know people say it's like a Hallmark holiday, which I feel like it definitely is, but also still, like, it left me wondering where it came from. So apparently, it was, oh gosh, let me look at my notes. I don't even know, but it was Greek tradition and then another tradition. I forget. I want to say Christianity. I don't really know. But there was this Saint Valentine, and his emperor told told everyone, all of the soldiers, that they couldn't have wives and be married because they make better soldiers not married, which I guess makes sense, but St. Valentine wasn't taking it. He said no, and he stood up for himself, and St. Valentine was also a priest, so what he did behind his emperor's back is he actually married people when they weren't supposed to be married. He was officiating their weddings. So that's a little St. Valentine's Day lore for ya. And that's where it came from. He got in a lot of trouble, as you can imagine. I hope your Valentine's Day was good. I had a pretty good day. I'm not in a relationship, but I still love Valentine's Day because it's just hearts everywhere and everything's pink and it's just a nice day. I like the aesthetic of Valentine's Day. I guess I should rephrase. But I also decided to look on Reddit to see what were the worst Valentine's Day stories people had because I was interested. And how was it? Oh my god, I lose my phone like no other. And I know everyone says that, but I am telling you, I just had it right next to me. Like, I've been sitting down this whole time. Where could it have gone? What? I surprise myself every day, truly. Oh, okay, found it. That was a close one. So, I hope these are entertaining. I haven't really looked at these Reddit submissions yet. But the Reddit, what's it called? Title is called, "What's the worst Valentine's Day you've had?" So, let's see here what we got going on. Okay, this is from Voco. I'm reading it like they're writing in. No, this is just a random Reddit user. I had been dating this guy for almost a year, and this was the first Valentine's Day where I wasn't single. He went to a different college and lived about 2 hours away from me. I was planning on driving out there on Valentine's Day so we could spend the day together. He came out to visit me the weekend before, but I got violently ill. I spent the whole weekend throwing up bile. Oh, God. And when I finally went to the hospital Saturday night, I had diabetic ketoacidosis, ketoacidosis. Wow. I spent the rest of the weekend plus some of the week in the hospital. The ex-boyfriend grudgingly came out and visited me in the hospital after I bitched him out on the phone. He didn't want to drive to Seattle to see me because he was afraid of driving in the city, and it was a pain in the ass for him. I'm sorry, but you can't say a little interjection here in the story. You can't, like, have an excuse of, oh, I'm afraid of driving in the city. Like, you have your driver's license. No one likes to drive in the city, but we do it to get around. Like, I don't think it's necessarily enjoyable to drive in the city. Like, that is not a good excuse. Okay, let's see what else happened. I was released the day before Valentine's Day, and he still expected me to drive out, especially since I was missing school and work, in parentheses, because I could barely walk without passing out. Oh my God. She should not be driving. I needed time to recover. We ended up getting into this huge fight because he was being a selfish bitch. I'm still bitter, and it's 3 years later. Wow. That is pretty wild. I would expect my significant other to come drive me home, at least. Like, especially after diabetic ketoacidosis. That actually reminds me, last night I had some friends over, and we we were just curious of, like, what are the names. I hope this comes off correctly, because we are not trying to do drugs or anything like that. Like, all of my family members that are listening right now and my friends, we're not doing these drugs. We were just curious about what the street drugs names are. And we found this word, and my friend Ella pronounced it perfectly in the moment. But okay, it's methylene deoxymethamphetamine. Crazy. We were looking at what is the composition of MDMA because we were just curious, doing a little research. We're not doing these drugs. We're just researching. But I'm telling you, these words, sometimes I forget that there's so many words that I don't know. Like, I feel like the general public all has relatively the same, like, vocabulary and, like, words we use on an everyday basis. And I'm sure it's different for people that are doctors or nurses or in kind of a different field that have specific vocabulary, like not, I don't want to say slang, but just, like, professional, like, terminology. But I just forget that there's so many words out there, so many words that I don't even know about yet. Let's see what else we got on this on this Reddit thread after that little tangent about words. Oh gosh, a lot of these are like people being like, every single one. Like, all right, we're looking for a story here. We don't want the pity parade up in this bitch. All right. Oh. Okay, I think I found one. Also, these are so funny because this isn't like a recent Reddit thread, so they're all like 14 years ago. Like, I wonder where these people are today. Hopefully they had a better Valentine's Day. This one says, I was 17. My boyfriend of a year broke up with me over the phone while I was visiting my dad in another city. An hour later, my mom called sobbing because she had a knockdown, drag-out fight with her boyfriend. Oh, gosh. My stepmom had been verbally abused and then called into work by her heinous boss. It was Saturday, in parentheses. My poor shell-shocked father, dealing with 3 crying women, tried to make it better by taking my stepmom and I to a movie at the end of the day. My stepmom was really late getting out of work, so we missed the movie. we wanted to see and settled for something none of us really cared about, just so we'd have something to do. After the movie, we went to dinner. My dad dropped my stepmom and I off in front of the restaurant and then pulled around the corner to park and was hit by an oncoming car. He was fine, but the car was totaled. Worst Valentine's Day ever. Wow. First of all, that's really nice of the dad to basically try to make the mom's Valentine's Day better, even when they're clearly not together. Like, that is actually very kind. And also, he was just trying to help and he got hit by an oncoming car. Damn. Wow. Well, there's really no positive spin on that. I'm sorry his car got totaled. My car got totaled once, so I feel the pain of it because it is the worst feeling. I didn't know what to do. I hit poor Miss Mary Lou. I think that was her name. Mary Lou. I still have her in my phone. She was so kind. I actually thought it was, Mary Ellen. In my contacts, it's Mary Ellen, woman I hit. In all caps. But she was actually so nice. I rear-ended her car. And I was going, I think I want to say 15-ish miles an hour. So it did a decent amount of damage. I was just honestly tired at the wheel. Get your sleep. Don't do what I did. But yeah, I rear-ended her car. Shout out Mary Ellen in Dover. So sorry, but she pulled right over. She got out and she said, "Oh, it's totally okay. Usually I'm the one hitting other people." And she was so nice. I drove right home after, which I didn't know. Well, I feel like I did know. I just didn't think about the fact that you're supposed to call the police after you get hit. So, my bad on that. But Mary Ellen was just the sweetest, and I did feel like I was seeing a older version of myself because she was so kind and low-key. and it was just funny that she said she's usually the one hitting other people. So, that's my totaling story. So, I relate to your dad. I'm so sorry for your car. Oh, here's another one. In high school, I went out. These are funny because they're mostly high schoolers, I'd say, writing into this. In high school, I went out for Valentine's Day with my then boyfriend. We had been dating for almost a year, but that was the first time we ever really went anywhere. Typical high school relationship, I guess. So we got dinner, and right before we left, we exchanged presents. I was going to a fine arts school at this point, so I had made him something in class that I was really proud of and hid a gift card to a store he loved inside. That's so nice. He gave me one of those $5 stuffed animals from Walgreens and just kind of threw it at me with no card or anything. After that, we're walking to the car. He's taking up the entire sidewalk almost, so I'm trying to walk through the mushy grass, because it had been raining, in heels. I fall in the mud, practically ruin my dress, and he laughs at me. The worst part is that he didn't even take the present I worked so hard to make for him. He accidentally, in quotes, left it at my house when he dropped it off. I still have it too, sad face. Damn. Okay, first of all, this depends also when in high school this was, because maybe she was just a really good gift giver and had expectations for him that were too large. Because if this was freshman year, I feel like little 15-year-old, 16-year-old boys, they don't know what to do. I have some empathy. I feel like they don't, what are they gonna do? But maybe she was just a really good gift giver and it seems like he was not matching that energy, which I am sorry. That doesn't mean he didn't even take the project she worked on. Also, I didn't realize that she could be going to a fine art school in high school, so she must be really good at art. So I'm sure it was a good gift. I'd say keep it for yourself, and I don't know if it was like stained glass or something. I don't know why that's immediately what I thought she made him. But just keep it for yourself. Reclaim it. Frame it. And I hope you I hope you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, but that you have a better Valentine's Day this year, I guess. That would be my message to you. So, thank you, Mana Dalagi. That's the Reddit profile. I'm trying to think to myself if I've had any terrible Valentine's Day stories. Not really. I mean, I usually just do whatever the fuck I want on Valentine's Day, because I've never had a boyfriend or like any like romantic plans. So I just do whatever I want. Like this Wednesday, excuse me, I had to get some water. On Wednesday I just went to Lexi's because I love Lexi's burgers. But to be fair, I love all burgers, so really you could take me anywhere, I probably would get the burger. So I went to Lexi's, got myself a burger, some fries. They had like a Valentine's Day shake, and it was red velvet. It was so good. And it was delicious. And I ate and watched my little show, and I had a good time. So I don't know. I don't think I usually have bad plans. I remember one day, well, in middle school, I used to always walk home from my middle school that I went to, and because it was in a city, but it was like a decent walk. I'd say half a mile ish, maybe like more closer to a mile. But on my way home, there was a Rite Aid, and I remember on Valentine's Day, like, because it was in middle school and everyone would go over the top, like, it was so annoying because people were bringing like balloons to their Valentines, and I'm like, okay, this is too much. They're like making out in the hallways. I'm like, I'm just trying to live my life, and these people are interfering. So when I walked home to cheer myself up, obviously I had music going through my headphones. I went into Rite Aid and I got myself a freaking a big pack of the little conversation hearts. I love conversation hearts. Like I think I've gone through 3 bags this Valentine's Day season, because I think the texture is so satisfying, but I only like specific flavors. So it's very particular. I recently found out that the green one is actually lime. I thought that it was, I don't know, like green apple or like maybe even a different mint, because I know the white one is mint. But my ranking I have a very specific way that I eat these conversation hearts, because they are my favorite ever. And what I love to do is just empty out the entire bag and then organize them into like their specific color genre, and I eat them based off this ranking. So number 1, we have grape. I love the grape flavor. 10 out of 10. I really love any grape flavor, but especially the conversation heart grape flavor. So love those. I wish they made bags with just one color, and I wish that it was just grape, because I would eat that 100%. So number 1, grape. Number 2, I'm doing the pink one. I think it's strawberry. The pink's like decent. It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, nothing compares to grape, but number 2, pink. That's what I'm eating next. Number 3, we got orange. Now, orange is my favorite color. 'Tis the whole podcast theme. I'm going to try to keep it orange. I kind of like that, like, 70s vibe. So, yeah. Orange is third. Pretty good still. Like, these are all good. Like, I would eat them even in combination with one another, maybe. Then we get to kind of the more bad flavors. So, we have number 4 ranking is... this is a hard one. I'm going to go with green. Now, green, which we all know now, is lime. It's fine. It's better than the other ones, but it's definitely not what I'm going for first, second, or third. So, fourth, going to be green. 5, I'm going with yellow. I don't like yellow, but I will eat it, obviously, because it's just a waste if I don't eat the yellow ones. Then we have mint, all the way coming, I think, at number 6, I want to say, if I'm remembering my order correctly. The white ones are just, first of all, they're mint, which, whatever, but it's just like, I'm trying to eat a candy, not a mint. So that's my feelings on that. And those ones actually are a flavor that I will throw away, because it's too much. It's too much. I don't want to be eating, I'm someone that likes, like, fruity candy, not necessarily mints. The only mint that I like is the Red Robin. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't I don't think it's called Red Robin. I feel like it's called Red something else. Hold on, let me look it up. Red mints melt in your mouth. Let's see if it pulls up. Yes, okay, Red Bird. Peppermints are so delicious. I eat those like they're candy. But the mint conversation heart isn't giving the same vibe. It's not the same energy. So those are my rankings on that. Anyways, back to my story. I went into Rite Aid, got myself a big bag of conversation hearts, and I had music playing through my ears, and I just had a great time, like, munching on my conversation hearts, and that was so memorable. And I remember I had a pink and white sweater on because I was trying to be festive. So I don't know. I don't think I've really had any bad Valentine's Day days, and maybe that's why I have good vibes about it. Like, I like the aesthetic. I like when people do little Valentine's Day events or, like, Galentine's Day stuff. Like, I think it's fun. So, happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day and not the worst one ever. But if you did, it's all right. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're going to get back on your feet and you're going to still have a great time. I don't know if, I'm sorry to interrupt my little pep talk, but can you hear the wind outside? It's like the wind basically woke me up this morning because it's so windy here. So sorry if you hear a little whistling in the back, but it keeps distracting me. Yeah, anywho's it, what's it? Hope you had a great Valentine's Day and a good rest of your week. And this is just the beginning for this podcast. So I will talk to you guys next Friday. Bye.